What's what's going on, everybody? This is Rob Wilson Arts. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. It's 12/20/2022. You know, tomorrow is the winter solstice, and that's perfect for today's subject, as I'll be going into it shortly. But I want to go ahead and give you guys updates. This is the last week until Christmas without the X. You know what I'm saying? Only time I refer to Xmas is when it comes to DMX, because he actually did the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That was classic right there. So he did his thing before he went out. Uh, just want to go ahead and cover some things, that has been going on across the board. Yesterday, I would have done a live stream, but I had to go ahead and hang out, spend some time with my pops. We went and saw Avatar, The Way of the Water. The water, you know. No martial arts was in that movie. Some CQC, but no full fledged martial arts in that movie. Um, Deceptive title, if you ask me. But as we're looking at it, people are saying, "Oh, Avatar's losing money and all that." And just let me go ahead and be clear: I'm not a big Avatar fan, but when there's cool military showing up, blowing shit up, tearing shit down, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? As far as when it comes to movies, you know, the real life thing is something I'm not always a fan of. But if I could go ahead and draw your attention to Box Office Mojo, we'll take a look here and see that even though Avatar is, losing money domestically, um, worldwide, it's about to break, was it half a million first week? First full fledged week coming up. It's about 2 days shy of that, maybe 3 days shy of it. Whether you want to include Thursday or Friday releases, that's when it originally hit. So it's about to, unless it like drops off extremely sharp. Um, in its first week, is about, it looks like it's probably going to make about at least a billion, 1 billion or close to it. I hope it does better than Black Panther Women Forever, because I think that movie does not deserve to be anywhere near a billion because of its decrepit presentation of a so-called imaginary African nation where apparently it doesn't have a king. So in Avatar, you at least had some kind of tribalship where you had the family structure. You had, the chief. You had the chief's wife. Which were in high regard, and then all the tribe, fell under those chiefs. So that male structure was important, because otherwise, I mean, we would have gotten Wakanda forever again. I mean, women forever, because Black Panther wasn't really in it, you know. So yeah, that's that. I saw it again. I still like the parts that I liked. Still kind of didn't like the parts that I didn't, and that is what it is. Not too much is really going to change my perception when it comes to that movie in that regard. So with that being said, what else was I gonna go over before I get started? um there's nothing else good coming out the rest of this year. I see Women Talking December 23rd. Puss in Boots comes out tomorrow. Babylon. The only thing about Babylon that I'm interested in seeing is Tobey Maguire with the yak mouth. He got them crack teeth. I'm interested in that. That's about it. Living, don't care. Corsage, don't care. Rattle, don't care. Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody. Nostalgic, but I really don't think it's gonna. There's only one Whitney Houston. Retelling her story, it's kind of tough. Circus, don't care. A Man Called Otto, really don't care. Uh, Turn Every Page. Let's see what that is. The Adventures of Robert Caro and don't care. You know what I mean? Megan. is one of the first to come out January 6th. So I'll go ahead and see that. James Wan, horror dealing with AI robot gone awry. That's probably going to be, more of that as we'll continue forward. Um, what else? Amani doesn't look important. Shin Ultraman has a limited release, but it is coming. As the threat of giant unidentified life forms as S-class species worsens in Japan, a silver giant appears from beyond Earth's atmosphere and brings forth Shin Ultraman. For anybody that are Ultraman fans, that's it. There's really nothing else coming out for like the next month. Playing, Gerald Butler and Michael Coulter, I believe his name, the guy to play Luke Cage in the Netflix series. They team up in kind of like a survival thing. Um, House party, not even wasting my time. You can't do it like the originals. That just is what it is. All right, so that's it as far as the movie things. I'm not going to spend too much time on here. I'm going to get straight to the point. Um, Let me go and give you guys some updates on my comic book as I have been instructed by my writer to provide character sheets, some kind of visual of the characters and things like that. And I've been drawing these characters for so long, I know what they look like. So wasn't too hard for me to do. This is the first round of character sheet that I'm working on. This here is John Fairchild. He's the newly elected head of the Convict Corps that ends up becoming the new government in my comic book called VKP. Illustrious, born of a rich family, big bulky guy. Um, Already aware of a lot of the operations that his father took care of in in the family and stuff, working for the Convict Corps, which is a organization, technology organization that deals with medical supplies, biological weapons, military contracts, and experimental new technology. Sometimes, an occasional human experimentation. So his father went missing 5 years back, which is about around 29, and his father's Alistair Fairchild is a illustrious, banker, tycoon, and adventurer. He ventured across the world looking for, ancient artifacts and things like that to, I guess, draw power from, to help build his business even better, than his competition. And he went missing. So John Fairchild gets elected the new Convet Corp head, CEO, and um, he runs the operations. He's already familiar with it. Um, I guess the board, in a way, got tired of trying to search for his father, so he's just like, you know what, I'll take charge. And I got some headshots of him too. Like I said, big bulky guy. Um, you know, Makes it a point to let people know he's in charge. That's kind of like his persona. And a man of many different faces, taking charge, angry, all these different expressions and stuff that are required, because one of the things I plan on doing with VKP and a lot of my other comics um, is also do animation. So these are important that I plan on having, not just for comics, but also for the actual animations, which I plan on doing in the future. So that's that. That's the latest. I've been working on that for like all these little different ones for like a week. Um, I do them on Twitch because it was suggested to me that nobody cares about art streams and stuff on YouTube, and that's fine. I don't care. I mean, that's why I'm on multiple platforms, because something doesn't work over here, I can gladly go over there and have a great time. That's kind of like my thing. So that's what's going on, and more inflation is what's going on. I just saw my next lease update, and man, prices are so jacked up. It's ridiculous. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the main subject of today. Like I said, I don't plan on being here for too long, but I do have something that I definitely want to cover. I spent a lot of time and I talked to quite a few people, gain an understanding of where certain things go when it comes to all this positive thinking and all that. And I'm not saying it all roads lead to one place, but you got some people with maybe good intentions and they're happy in their own little pocket space of how they think things go. I love fiction. I love to draw fiction, create things and things like that, but I cannot sit back and ignore reality. So that is why I learn both. I mean, I have two hemispheres. The brain has two hemispheres, so I got both. I got logic on one side, I got creativity on the other. So, it's not like I'm going to be like, let me only focus on silly shit. Let me only focus on drawing and keep my head down. And that's not the kind of person I am. I'm going to focus on issues that affect me, like taxes, policies, the increase in shipping prices that affects people that's dealing with shipping, and other things that may shift and manipulate people's mindsets. Because unfortunately, in this day and age, we have this right here, one of the greatest pieces of technology, and some people choose to squander it. They want to use it for only entertainment purposes and not ways to elevate their own personal lives. To each their own. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's good. To each their own. You do with whatever it is you want to do. You pay for $1,000 phone. You do whatever it is you choose to do with it. And if being on Facebook is the only thing you want to do, just yuck, 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 laugh, 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 ha, ha, ha. That, I guess that's how you get your $1,000 worth out of your phone, or however much you pay for it. That's all you. But in my case, I try to use my phone as an extension of education, finance, art, video editing, content creation, anything I can get out of it that I can learn how to do. That is me. You know what I'm saying? People may say, "Oh, well, that's not how you do it." That's me. That's how I'm gonna do it. Like I said, people that you have a phone for one thing, you know, that's them. Again, like I said, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good or whatever. That's your choice. So when it comes to that, I like to learn things, and when it comes to learning things, I will share it occasionally. Obviously, I can't share it to everybody because everybody don't want to hear that. So it's easier for some people to not think. I am a thinker. Thinking helps promote my creativity while at the same time help me make good decisions as an adult. You would think in common sense that thinking would go hand in hand with creativity. What's going on, J-Bot? How you doing, man? um yeah, so today's subject matter is going to be somewhat a little bit different. Even though I do art and stuff, that's not the only aspect of my life. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for stopping by, man. Um, I am going to cover something that I have been studying for a while, and I wanted to understand, what it was before I passed any kind of judgment and stuff. Because what may start off as positive thinking, which could be a good thing, can help pull people out of a rut, and at the same time, it can also be dangerous as well as a way to manipulate people. So I'm going to share this with you. Take it for what it is. Yeah, I look at it as data, and formulate your own opinion at this point. Thank you, JBot, so much. Check out check me out. All over the place at Linktree / RW Arts. Had to shorten it. Thank you so much for sharing that, JBot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to this. It's called Inside the Wellness Festival for Millionaires. This One of my buddies turned me on to this, And I thought it was pretty interesting because this wellness festival thing, I have been getting emails from this guy like all the time from Mind Valley. And I didn't know how to take it. So, I just took it with a grain of salt, so to speak. It's like, okay, interesting information. Back to whatever it is I got to do because most of it always costs money. So, my passion is art. So, if all roads don't lead to art for me or creativity, then, I can't really spare that much time with it. But I've been hearing so much of this stuff. So, I am sharing it with you now because I feel like it could be a potentially kind of dangerous thing for people to fall into. And there's already enough scams and schemers out there, um, between the Bitcoin hustle and all that stuff. Sam Bankman Fried is finally arrested after his scam. He's arrested in the Bahamas, and we'll see how long that lasts, too. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share this. If you got any feedback, tell me what you think. Let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna share this. Give my 2 cents, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. I probably will stream on Twitch, do some art later on. Maybe even pop up on JBots tonight if he has me. Sometimes he has a full slate, so and sometimes my body shuts down as well. So let's go ahead and cut down to this right now. Tag on it. You hustled me. There we go.
Blissful warriors creating a better world.
This is inside the Wellness Festival for Millionaires. We're going to look at it. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. Let's go.
Choose people based on the concept of how powerful a change can they create.
They have more fun, they make more money, and they give more back. That's kind of their philosophy.
Everyone's an entrepreneur. Everyone's a self-help guru.
When this many people collaborate to live your spirit, watch out.
Are you caged in, not hitting your full potential, desperate to make a change? Well, boy, do I have an event for you. A-Fest, formerly known as Awesomeness Fest, is an annual super elite, invite-only festival that promises to radically change your life.
You unlock yourself to really dream big.
So that's the main guy that runs the Mind Valley thing. They used to call it A-Fest. Now they call it Awesomeness Fest, not to be confused with Awesome Con. So, that's one way to pull in a crowd that could be, cosplayers and stuff. They may confuse, Awesome Con with Awesomeness Fest. Be like, oh, maybe they're related. And next thing you know, they get pulled into this wild world of, just from what we see in the preview.
Run by Mind Valley, this is distilled Silicon Valley alt wellness marketed to the wealthy and aspirational across the globe. Somewhere between Burning Man and a TED Talk, for the low, low price of $3,000, you can become part of the crop at the annual A-Fest.
Hold up. Oh my God. And to be fair, by the way, if you want to buy at the end, it's $4,000. Holy shit, this is insane.
$1,000, you can become part of the crop at the annual A-Fest. You will be treated to 4 days.
Oh shit, this is insane.
$1,000, you can become part of the crop at the annual A-Fest.
Part of the cult of the annual A-Fest. Now, the narrator, she compared it to Burning Man. Some people that's a place where, millionaires go and they get their rocks off doing whatever it is that they do. Some people even run to the freaking flaming statue of wood that's burning, and they've ran into, the actual Burning Man and died, on events like that. Just because, I don't know, they just wanted to be set free. That's the kind of mind control and dangerous environment you got to look out for. Hell Mo Biggs, hell to the chat. Yep, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's going to be a kind of unusual show, but just kind of breaking down some of these shady games that you got some of these positive thinkers doing. Not all of them, but again, you got to watch out. As inflation goes up, people get more desperate, more criminals on the street, people getting robbed, people getting jacked for no reason. People start to look in other directions for answers that are within themselves or away from traditional religion, whether it's Christianity, um, Islam, or Judaism. So, Judaism and Islam, I think those two, not too many people stray away from those. Um, yeah, yeah, I know, right? This looks retarded. Yeah, literally. Um, But yeah, some people fall for it. And I guess when you have too much money, you start to lose track of what makes you happy. And it's not the money.
You will be treated to 4 days of seminars, which range from stem cell dick injections.
We can inject PRP directly into the sexual organs.
How to tap your
Stem cell dick injections. What the fuck?
A-fest. You will be treated to 4 days of seminars, which range from stem cell dick injections.
We can inject PRP directly into the sexual organs.
How to tap your trauma away.
I'm open to loving and accepting myself.
All the way to how to read a book by simply placing your hand on it.
To sense information, not by reading a book, but by touching a book.
The man behind the
I think this goes to show that just because somebody is really good at one thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're good at a lot of other things. Like
exactly.
Making certain types of other decisions. Yeah, just keep that in mind.
Precisely. I'm an artist. I'm good at, doing art. Doesn't mean I'm good at being a writer. It's so simple, but, some people figure, oh, I can be anything I want. All I got to do is just, join a cult. So
whole business is Vishen Lakhiani. He progressed from selling meditation CDs online to owning a $14 million company with thousands of loyal followers around the world.
$14 million.
The answer is all within.
I have secured a golden ticket to the event in a bid to see whether I can become less negative and less pathetic, setting myself up for a future of corporate and spiritual success.
Jesus Christ. This is so weird. The most exclusive festival in the world.
So I've just
Hell, 80s May, how you doing? Crazy one. Definitely not for, well, I guess it is for shits and giggles, because this is buck wild with some of the stuff that they're doing here. Let's see. Hell, Wakanda ambassador. That's right. I got the one arm cross, single Wakanda.
Yeah, that was the Bohemian Grove
in Jordan. I've been given my very large lanyard with my name on it. I'm in kind of a corporate 5-star hotel. We've got these kind of Silicon Valley tech lords walking around. And then on the other hand, there's a meditation.
It's Fire Festival for influencers, okay? This isn't for millionaires. This is for poor people and middle-class people to be Ponzi'd out of $4,000.
Damn. Mo Big said they should call it D-Fest since dudes are getting shit injected into their D. Exactly. That is nuts, man. I never even heard of that. Now, I've heard some weird shit, but that was a new one for me. D-injections are the new trend. Apparently, injecting stem cells right in, that's crazy, bro. That's some serious desperation. Probably for both the woman and the man. Because if the woman is suggesting to the man to do that, she need to get off the other D, that runs on batteries. She need to get off of that one. She killing it.
You are so right. You're absolutely so fucking right. Yes, 100%.
Element to it. It's a spiritual healing agenda that just seems to be two different worlds colliding. Today, we have a reunion of change makers dinner party. I hopefully will be making some changes to myself this weekend. I think I'm quite standoffish, a bit reserved, a bit grumpy. I need to
Yeah,
get a
same.
new lust for life and join the tribe and get stuck in. Before I get stuck into my schedule,
I think these types of events are for people who like they feel mediocre or they feel like they're not like achieving their full potential. Like if I was going to take a Venn diagram, and this is of course my opinion, a Venn diagram of people with narcissism disorder and people that go to this festival, that Venn diagram would just be a circle. Yeah, it'd just be pretty much a circle.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've been hearing too. A lot of these spiritual folks, they have huge egos. They're never wrong. They're never willing to admit that they're wrong. Some of them, I don't know how big of a percentage of them, do come from a psychology background. So that deals with mind manipulation. Um, and quite a few of them are women. So you have a excellent recipe for chaos to a degree. And one way that definitely unites them, some have been at each other's throats and stuff, but one thing that unites them together is finding a man to blame. That's the classic thing. Um, Mo Big said, if your wife is telling you you need a D injection, you need a divorce. That's right, exactly. Sorry, 80s. When it comes to injections, my D is a giver, not a taker. Oh my God, Mo Big's on fire already. Hey, it's crazy. Like that's the problem. Once you make too much money, like you start making bad decisions. And you just start giving your money away because you think that someone else has a solution besides yourself or, God above. But that's what kind of world we live in.
There you go.
My pops used to tell me when I was a kid, there's a sucker born every minute, you know, it's a trip.
Go.
I've been granted the honor of an official welcome from the man himself, Vishen.
Hi, Vishen. How
Hey,
you
Sydney.
doing?
Welcome to. Are we supposed to hug?
Okay. Well,
Welcome to A-Fest. So, let me give you a tour of what's happening. Everything starts here.
Oh,
Goodbye, Princess Rim. Nice to meet you.
let's see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Bye.
So there's so many incredible people here. That was Princess Rim.
He didn't even care how her
Jordan.
flight was or
The
nothing.
thing about A-Fest is the speakers are amazing, but really, this is all about the community.
talk me through.
I think that's definitely true. What he's really saying there, let me go ahead and decode this. He's saying that you want to go to this festival because it provides interesting networking opportunities with other people that are affluent that you could potentially do business with.
Mhm.
Okay? That's what he's actually saying.
Make that money.
Schedule for the next few days.
So people connect deeply when you have a shared experience of insight or a shared experience of awe. And that's what we do. So the talks are designed to give you insights, new discoveries, new ideas that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And then the evening events are designed to fill you with awe. That is a formula for human connection. And that's one of the reasons why people connect so deeply here. Because the higher up you get, the lonelier it gets.
To start the event, we
There
have
it is. These people are lonely because of how much smarter and just superior to everybody else they are. Yeah, it's lonely at the top. There it is.
welcome to
This goes back to the mouse utopia you told me about,
It's
80s
9
mate.
a.m. and it's
But which, by the way,
That's the mouse utopia. Those are the mice that they hang around the top of the rim. They don't congregate with the commoners. Oh man, because a real man doesn't care. That's right. You know, this screams hustle. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? If you got a bunch of money and you don't know what to do with it, somebody you start telling enough people, or someone's gonna go ahead and say, "Hey, we got this great opportunity. Pay $4,000." Um, you can meet a brunch. Hold up, you can meet a bunch of rich idiots eager to be fleeced. Correct, exactly. They do it all the time. Uh, Here he is talking a lot and not saying shit. Scam. That's true. And one of the things that I've said for a while, and I kind of kept an eye on this. Feel free to do your own research. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is absolute, but you can do your own research. The amount of young people that have been social media influencers and YouTubers or whatnot that have died under the age of 30 is very weird. Either bicycle accident, car accident, home invasion, suicide. It's like mainly those four categories. 80s may say gay cannibal mice, new Saturday cartoon. Exactly, exactly. And a lot of these folks that are in these kind of groups and stuff, yeah, they do all that, the bisexual stuff and lesbianism, LGBTQ, and they want people to support the allies, and soon all children will know about homosexuality and all that weird shit. I'm speaking as a person that has, tried to understand this. I'm not saying I agree with it, but before I cast any kind of judgment, because I have to cast some kind of judgment to know what kind of people I want to be around. You know what I mean? As they say, show me your friends or show you your future. You know what I mean? So I took the time out to learn um, where it all kind of led, and you got some people doing that. Um, 80s may say Rob going to have an accident now. Actually, no, because I am not a big influencer. I ain't got 100K subs and all that. I actually don't want that many because that makes me a damn target. So no, thank you. Let me stay low at the totem pole. I'll take what I can get, but I ain't trying to go overboard.
It's not true. It's just bullshit. Like, I have no problem talking to and relating to somebody that works at like a fucking gas station. I see him all the time. Because my identity is not my salary, or is not my job title. I'm a person. I have multiple interests that are not all related to money.
Kicking off. I'm successful already.
Wow.
This shit.
This is not a normal conference. This is a serendipity accelerator, pressure cooker, social connecting portal of transformation.
She got on a red dress, but like the way she got it dangling, she looked like a witch. I'm sorry. I don't know what kind of witch, but that's she look like. Rob is safe because he has all of his Brovember home videos set to release upon his death. That's right. That's right. And I got the flight log. She sucked injected D. So did she suck the stem cells out of the injected D? I mean, what happens if you know what? I'm not even gonna start. So I can't even. I'm not even gonna go any further with that one. Yep, she definitely got her stem cells the hard way. This is a disaster.
Please join me.
Why are there so many fedoras?
Profound gratitude for Vishen Lakiani.
The adoration in the room for Vishen is palpable. Everything in A-Fest and Mind Valley seems to revolve around him as a spiritual leader.
He is just a genius.
He's just this like visionary, creative genius.
Genius hustler.
Yeah.
Definitely. Tremendous character.
What?
Happy to know him.
Vishen has set the theme for this.
Well, I would agree. I mean, this is a good vision. And to be fair, to put on an event like this, to finesse all of these people to come down to this retreat, and you're here because you're special. Everybody here is special, and we're going to unlock your true potential so you can be even more special.
It's kindergarten
there's
again.
always a lot of money that comes with convincing rich people that they deserved it. Of course. And that's effectively what this is.
Here's A-Fest as making connections. So it's time to make some friends. I spot a target on his own by the pool.
So I don't know anyone here. and I'm looking for some friends.
I know the problem. Yeah, you have people you want to connect somehow. Yeah.
What I like about Mindvalley is, and especially A-Fest, you have people who really want to be successful in all areas of life. So I like this combination of inner and outer success.
Would you be up for maybe being my friend?
Yes, of course.
That's great.
Wow,
Well,
how
I'll see you at
nice.
dinner.
Yes.
If you get
see
that
you.
How many? Oh shit. Oh, what's up, Odin? Hail, my friend. Rob, you're a visionary, creative genius. Now prove it with your own cult. I can't. I'm not good at hustling other people. There's no such thing as an honest hustler, so I already fail. you know, those things such as integrity and all that. Oh, Hail Ming, Hail Ming. He's always abound. There's no such thing as an honest hustler, so I would fail at it, terribly. Um, Unless I was placed in a position like Bill Gates or Sam Bankman-Fried, any of those goofballs, then I would be successful, that way, because I'd be just pumping an agenda, much like these folks are. But yeah, if you look at this event so far, and look at this she got going on here. So like, she's definitely trying to get, look like she's trying to get more than friends. Oh, well, maybe uh what do they call it? FWB. Maybe you're not as visionary as I thought. Integrity, short sighted. Yeah, exactly. These people are selling easy answers. I'm just selling crack. I know, right? Hey, you know what? That's perfect. That's perfect that you said that, Mo Biggs, because I uploaded something that's perfect for somebody to start talking about crack. Okay, it's perfect.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quart that I'm holding in my hand.
All right, I don't want to show too much of that. 'Cause I'm get taken down. From now on, anybody that mentions crack, I'm putting that right up. I'm sorry. Uh, let's see. Rob will be pumping injected D's. I can't do that, man. 80s made. I try to stay 100% all natural, macho man style. But I guarantee you this: my testosterone levels are probably higher than anybody at this freaking conference. I guarantee you that. These look like some soft ass men over here.
To save my seat and
I
vice
will. Yeah, I
versa.
put it back on his hand. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Success! A friend. This
Wow.
means I won't be alone at the Changemakers dinner party tonight.
So we've gone for
Change Makers dinner party with a hat that says icon on it. Oh my God. Wow.
the CEO dress.
Most of them
and
are
then,
probably
like, a bit
leftists
of
too.
fun with the hat. And it shows that I'm kind of coming out of myself. And that's, a sign of change. Do you think it's a bit much, the icon hat? I think it's okay. Okay, I see my mate. I'm going to go over there. We had an arrangement.
They have an arrangement.
Someone else. He said he was going to meet me. I think it might be the hat. I'm putting him off, so I'm going to get rid of the hat.
My new friend is socializing with no fear.
Look at these. This dude got a furry pig hat.
Hi guys. Hi, can I sit here? Absolutely. Thank you. How are you finding everything?
Everybody's got these whack ass fedoras on. Who are these? What the hell is this? Hey, I don't know. Maybe he is Asian Scottish or Scottish Asian. I don't know. I don't know. And the cult is started. If nothing else, at least this conference is obviously giving people a chance to practice their fake accents. Good point. Opportunity to practice their hustle. That's how they market to each other. Why these bras so ugly? I mean, I guess they figure somebody's gonna show them love. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. You want high T Rob? Inject your D. Hell no. Hell no. To the no. But yeah, this Scottish Asian, I I didn't know that was a thing. And what's up with the mini pocket and the regular pocket? It's like a mini con and then a Decepticon. Like I don't get it.
It's amazing.
There's
Yeah.
some
So many
weird stuff
beautiful
going on
people,
here.
connection.
Yeah. I keep hearing that word a lot.
Yeah, I can
Connection.
imagine.
What are you most looking forward to?
Connection. Like, I know it has to. It has to be. Like, I mean, it's probably what everybody's gonna tell you.
Yeah. And what do you think of Vision?
One of my goals was to meet Vision in person. So as soon as I saw him at AFES, immediately I told him we need to take a picture. I manifest this moment.
He manifests the moment.
Connection, buzzword, connection. Bro, it's just, again, it's these people that
Connection, love and light. There are certain types of words where they automatically connect with each other once they regurgitate the same thing that they've heard from a book, um, a conference, from maybe even tarot card readings. I mean, unfortunately, that just is what it is. And when you have, that's when you know it's a cult, though. For some people, I'm not saying everybody, but when you have people that just constantly regurgitate the same thing over and over, and then as long as you're agreeing with them and you're saying the same thing, they'll think that, oh, there is a connection. But the minute you think for yourself, then all of a sudden they don't agree with that. So it's interesting because you're deviating away from the program. Um, what's his name? Charles Manson. He had that methodology. Keith Raniere from Nexium had that methodology, and he was branding chicks. Meanwhile, giving them rat poison. You can't meet, you can't meet a man, can't be a man like Rob. So get the Wakanda D injections. Yeah, they got fresh vibranium injected into the D, where your D glows purple. Those hippy dippies fucks are there for the gay orgy. Hey, you see they already partying that night. And what do you call it? You said the bisexual lighting or whatever. And it's so sad that colors have been coordinated with like homosexuality now. It's a damn shame. I tell you, God created the rainbow to indicate he would never flood man again. And now it's, represents a freaking LGBTQ. It's so weird. Um, the stem cells will cause the vibration cells, cause the vibration cells in your D to activate. You can come a human vibranium dildo with the Wakanda D injection. That's scary, Mo Biggs. That is very scary. These are the kind of rich people who have $1 million because their dad gave them 3 million. Yeah, so that's the difference between the millionaire back in the day. Trump's pops gave him a small loan of $1 million, and he turned it into a freaking empire. He outdid his dad, which his dad was a ruthless tycoon. They got the job done. Now, they get $1 million and they go to retreats and all this shit and get validation from people telling them what they want to hear. It's interesting. Rod says it's sad because those are his colors. Hey, look, man, I like blue. I think purple is cool for certain occasions, but yeah, I don't like when colors get co-opted. That's just like when so so if a white dude does blackface, well, technically some do blackface, some do brown face. It's like, you co-opting some cool colors. Black works well. Like Antifa wearing that shit, they be fucking up my rap. I like to wear all black sometimes, but I ain't no freaking Antifa. That's for damn sure. So yeah, I don't like that when they start co-opting colors, man. I respect all colors of the spectrum, but I ain't wearing no pink. You know what I'm saying? I ain't rolling like that. um, that's why I come here. I need validation. Hey, sometimes we got to branch out and hear what some of these crazies are actually saying to understand how bad America has fallen. And this has got to be somewhere in America. I'm sure he does his business there. $14 million empire on spirituality.
I think a lot of them maybe they feel like guilty or unhappy with like where they're at, and they want somebody to, you know, come and tell them that they're special, and it makes them feel like they deserve where they're at in their life. Or
And you know, it's interesting. Mo Big said, these are the dudes who got the Baldo campaign to 6 figures. Damn. Hey, wouldn't be surprised, you know. And to be fair, you know, I talked to some, and yeah, they'll give you some guidance, but after a while, depending on the person, because nobody's perfect, and some people really are there to manipulate. Because again, some have that background in psychology. So once they realize that you're open enough, maybe they help you a little bit, and you know, you figure they've done the world for you. Then they figure you're open to manipulation, to be used in whatever way that they may need your assistance in, you know. And in some of these groups, they don't even allow men, you know. It's almost like a damn coven. Um, and that was my whole point of watching damn American Horror Story. They teach valuable lessons in there. But when it gets too gay, I can't watch American Horror Story. It gets terrible. Um, uh, 80s May said, if you did a blackface stream, that would be special. Yeah, let me get some of that mud clay and I'll just have it all on my face. Then I can't wear my glasses. I'm just be like, you know, shame on her. Tried to run game on her. Run wild with the trigger. If you get my drift. Hey, Anthony Savoy, how's it going, buddy? Love your shirt. Thanks, man. That awesome, man. Very excellent. You know, Anthony Savoy, he's my homie from high school. I know he sometimes has some trouble with things. So when Isom came out, I was like, you know what? Let me get my homeboy a copy of Isom. He got a copy of it. He read it. He liked it. So that was something we were able to enjoy together. Thanks, Anthony, man. Thanks for stopping by. Big shout out. 80s Mate said, with your color choice, they know you're open, Rob. See, they get that reality check real quick. They get that reality check real quick. That's why my automatic rebuttal is I'm not in it for the dudes, brother. You know, I tell them straight up. You know, um, Hail Anthony. J Boss said, if I had money to burn, I'd dress like a 1930s detective and talk like an old timey gangster. Listen here, Dame. Listen here, Dame. You're trying to use that 5 cent face to make $1, and that doesn't add up. I knew exactly where you go with that, J-Bot. Nice. Hey, I don't blame you. I'd do something, you know, actually cool. This, it's not really cool. It's like a self-help group. It's like AA. Um, and I'm sure they got drinks for those that drink. It's more than just water there.
Or it
I think I
also
saw a
like
bar as well.
reinforces the fact that they are special. You know, you have like this like pseudo celebrity party here where everybody's taking pictures of them and they feel like they're super special. Yeah, I think that's really what this is all about.
Yeah, it's an illusion.
They're rich peasants. Yes.
Look at that one.
This is the same thing that they used to do in the old times. Is that like the
Woodstock.
actual guys that would run the fucking you know, the country or like the kingdom, they would get like the different nobles to fucking kill each other. You know, in case like one of them was becoming too influential, like, oh well, you know, we'll trim that tree down. Let's prune it a little bit and cut a few leaves off. Yeah, I mean it's the same shit.
Yeah, such a beautiful.
What are you creating?
Yeah.
I created you with my mind.
Can you explain your theory a bit?
He said he created her with his mind. You know what that sounds like to me? He said that off the cuff too. I don't know if he has some drinks or if he has some other recreational drugs, but for him to say that off the break, you know what that sounds like?
If you have a piece of crack cocaine.
That's what that shit sounds like. I'm sorry. Mobig says, cool to give your friends awesome. but a true friend will offer you these still injecting meaning meaning into your life indeed. That's a damn shame, Mo. So I'm sorry, Anthony, man. My gift wasn't good enough. I can't- Mo, you too much, man.
More about how you
You an
created
80s
me.
babe.
So I think everything we can create it with our manifestation. You know, we can think about the things, what we want to happen. When I wake up today, I've said, I'm going to create it.
That's not true, because if it was, cat girls would be real. Like, this is
Cat
just no
girls.
way. Like, think about how many people would want to manifest a unicorn. Is there a unicorn? No.
Exactly, J-Bot. Crack
I mean,
cocaine.
what are you even thinking about? Yeah, it's just like, I hate this thinking.
It's dangerous.
Greatest day of my life ever. And then everything start aligning.
Wow.
So when people go out and say, oh no, there's bad shit happening all around, I said, that's your creation. Doesn't happen to me.
That's a big cop out from some big world trauma.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was saying before, is that you know, again, these are people that feel that they want somebody to tell them that the place that they are in life is because they deserve it. And I think that there's some sort of like underlying guilt with this kind of stuff.
Doesn't happen to me.
That's what that's what I think.
Positivity for me.
No, I cannot. You are the one who is going to put your jigsaw puzzle together. I can't do that for you.
He sound
It's
drunk.
the end of the night, and my new friend has had no time for me. Too busy making connections with other change makers. But
That all happen to be girls.
See?
How interesting.
it's fine. I don't care.
All team women. That's that coven.
What a surprise.
It's day 2, and I've got a big day of personal development ahead.
Oh, good.
I've signed up for workshops with 3 of the most prominent Mind Valley authors.
Thank
First
God.
up, we've got Niraj Naik. He's an ex-drum and bass squat rave organizer turned breathing guru, teaching his many followers how to achieve orgasmic bliss through an ancient breathwork practice.
Now you see, that's the other thing I'm learning too, because like I like EDM, but what I'm learning now is a lot of the I guess these new EDM folks that are DJs and stuff. Some of them are hopping right over into the spirituality thing too, and it allows them to, you know, that judgment free zone and all that kind of stuff. But it's like there has to be a point where you got to have some kind of morals and values about what you agree on and what you don't agree on, and what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. You know what I mean? When you don't have those morals and values, mouse utopia up in flames. 80s. Gotta go. Have a great stream. Get your D get your D injected. 80s baby. He ran with that the whole time.
Thanks so much.
All right, peace out.
Okay.
80s. Thanks for stopping.
You may enter into a state where the music breaks down, which is called the breathless state. And this is the point of absolute ecstasy. That's what we're going to get to.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's begin. Notice as you bring the awareness of the sound, the worries about the future gently begins to fade away, drift away. Out.
Wait.
What's the
The
difference
breathwork is
between
most
this and
definitely in
church?
full swing,
You know,
and I'm
according to
struggling
them.
to get into it.
It's crazy.
What the fuck is this?
In fact,
That's a cult, bro.
I think I might have a panic attack.
So Oda said they're all orgasming, you know, and probably in the freaking brain. And that's the interesting thing about that, where it goes back to psychology, I think. When you have a group of people and you put out a statement or a mantra or something, and people are willing in their mind to submit to some of that, you're going to have a large population of people that are going to take that in. Like literally, they're going to, you know, um, follow your directions. It's almost like hypnosis. And when that happens, then you're dealing with You're dealing with mind control at that point, because if you're, you got the music going and all that, and then you're making suggestions into someone's mind, yeah, they're gonna have whatever it is that you're creating for them. Hypnosis has been proven to work many, many, many times over. So they don't need to hire a jizz mopper in the in church. That is true, very true. Mo Biggs, calling it out like you see it. All that practice, faking orgasms with the manlets at this convention are paying off in this setting. It's interesting you say that too, Mo, because they're practicing fake orgasms here. Meanwhile, Japanese women, they got schools of training how to grind on the D. I'm just saying, somebody's doing it right and somebody's doing it wrong.
Calm. I'm so anxious. Literally.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. That's like it's just get the fuck out and never come back. Yeah, really, man. That's so fucking weird. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Act like this. It's so scary to see people do. Is this what rich people do? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I just it's just so fucking weird, man.
Odindasco said dudes faking orgasms now too. Yeah, it's scary. It's a scary world we live in. That's why I said, like, the T levels in there are low as shit. They got to be. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's standing up and saying, well, I don't agree with this. Nobody. Everybody is subservient because they paid that money to be there, one. And I don't think there's any refunds, in that case. The dude narrating seems like he just yeah, it's a freak fest, man. That's what's going on here.
And it's scary. This is the new Diablo 4 trailer. Exactly.
Diablo 4.
Prove that you don't have to be intelligent to be rich. Well, they're, maybe some of these guys are really good at doing supply chain for a paper company. And
damn.
Super good at that, and they're getting paid, $400,000 a year. But outside of supply chain for the paper company, everything else is like,
damn it, I lost it.
Talent points anywhere else. It's pretty much just all there.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna cry,
Damn it.
not in like the way they want me to. Like, I can't close my eyes and hear that music. It literally will trigger me into a panic attack.
Yeah.
But everyone else seems to be okay with it, so I'm just gonna let them do it and ask them how it was.
Oh yeah.
So how was that for you? That was really intense. I've done breathwork before, and the thing is, you never know what's going to come up. People start crying, people start, shouting, screaming in ecstasy. You really come alive. You realize how much the thoughts restrict the expression of yourself. So what was
I actually, out of everything so far, I think this is the least disagreeable thing. Because I think this is like effectively just a meditation technique that helps people get more in tune with themselves. This is not really like it looks psychotic, right? Of course it does, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. This is fine. It's the other stuff that I find disagreeable. I think that there are a lot of breathing techniques, and I'm sure that some of this stuff is rooted in a degree of truth.
Experience in that room.
It was wonderful. Like, my heart now is full of love and gratitude. Breathwork is such a modality that is very, very useful when it comes to getting some emotional release and also just connect to others as well. It was very emotional, but in a positive way.
With my breathwork-induced panic attack successfully averted.
There you see that right there. That's an interesting one because it reminds me of a particular thing. Mobic said, I would believe these dudes are in charge of supply chain for paper companies. It would explain all the paper shortages. Yeah, the motherfuckers, they busy, breathing and huffing and puffing instead of doing their job. finally they can express themselves as the true morons they are. Yeah, just let loose. I mean, I express my moronicness through exercise. I mean, I guess people got all kind of ways how they do it. Shit is crazy. The point of this exercise was to weed out people who aren't willing to humiliate themselves to fit in. Good point, Mo. It goes back to psychology. And like I said, a lot of this reminds me of because I got a chance to see the 40th anniversary of Conan the Barbarian, and I've never seen it in its entirety. And it reminded me very much so of this scene.
There, on the rocks. That beautiful girl.
Come to me, my child.
Done.
That is strength, boy. That is power.
See, that's what that should remind me of, honestly. And like I said, I uh, I was surprised that the first movie was about a cult leader. It made perfect sense. Let's see. Um, Mo Biggs and 98% failed the test. um, that is strength, boy. That is power. Yeah. So look out. Some people may have good intentions, but like again, you got to watch where that stuff is leading. What's the end game? If there's something going on that you're part of and you can't find out who the hell is leading the charge, that's a dangerous situation. Even with like some of the Bitcoin and stuff, when they can't tell you who's in charge, who's running it, they're like, we don't know, or no one truly knows. Get the hell out of there. I'm speaking from experience. Get the hell out. The hell with that.
I'm excited to be meeting Linda Clemens. She promises to revolutionize my body language so people take me more seriously and do business deals with me.
Oh my God.
So how are you reading my body language right now?
Well, what I love about you, Sid, is that you could be 100 years old and you will always have that little girl in you, that playful spirit. Now, the other side is people taking you serious. And that first impression is often the most lasting one. We're in a world today with so many distractions. Technology is great, but high tech will never ever replace high touch.
That was not
never fucking seen like
that was not $4,000
anime art
worth
that they have
advice.
now. Like that's what she thinks. That's what she thinks. We're gonna find out.
Let's do an exercise. So there's a party. The party started at 9 o'clock, but it doesn't start till I arrive. So when you walk into the door, you enter the door. I always say to the women, pause. Look around the room. Give the room, the world, a chance to know. Yes, I arrive. And ladies, there are different kinds of walks. You've got your saltering walk. You want to see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want you first to practice the sultry walk. Like you're the star, you are the one, you are the power.
This is the way every female in Lost Ark walks in the cinematics, by the way.
Odin Dasco said Tulsa Doom was my favorite cult leader. His followers I could do without. Tulsa Doom. Jesus. High tech will never replace high tea. Ah, I see what you did there, Odin. Good one. Uh, this is faker than the orgasm. And that's the thing. A lot of these concepts, a lot of these good phrases, it's not like they haven't been heard before. They've been placed in parables. They've been in some religious books. Socrates and freaking what's his name? Plato, in some form or fashion of another, maybe reworded and adjusted for modern day to make it sound a little more hip and snazzy, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same concepts that have been going on, such as why they say there's nothing new under the sun, except for what has been forgotten. So Just keep that in mind. Walking the runway.
Yeah.
Did you see her eyes?
Do you like my
She's got the eyes. People looking in the room. Who is that?
All she had to do is become a model to learn that.
I feel like body language, the body language type people that like go into analyze it and fucking like micro min max their body language. I feel like this is only like maybe 1 or 2 steps up from astrology. Yeah, it's not quite astrology, but it's pretty fucking close.
And my take on astrology has been for a while, it's like an old world version of psychology. Certain traits that are going to happen within certain, people based on their date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, and all that stuff. All those go into a type of general statements that may not have happened yet, but they could. And the fact that you find out, about them could help promote the subconscious into doing those things eventually because the seed was planted. So again, it's a lot of it deals with psychology, human behavior, you know, and I guess a mild version of social engineering. You take the medieval knight that goes to the fortune teller that tells him that he is bound to meet a princess, in his travels that may um, allow him to use the key that he didn't know where the lock was and find out it was to her heart as he saves her from the dragon. That kind of thing. So, old world psychology, but that's going to motivate the knight, to go, hey, the next village I go, I'll start looking for a princess, sowing the seeds, old world psychology. That's how I look at it. Sometimes when you walk into a room, you give them your baby giraffe orgasm walk. Girl. This is sad, man. Because I mean, like, all right, you got this mindset in this day and age where we got everything at our fingertips, but yet we're looking for so much more. It's like, hey, if you respect the damn traditions for what it is, then you could be somewhat of a decent person instead of running to all these strangers that aren't your family members, to get some kind of answers. Mobig said astrologers don't go into the level of detail, Rob. Yeah, that's true. Lots of generalization. And now in this day and age, they got not just tarot cards, they got the oracle cards, which have guidebooks, and they tell you most of the stuff. And then now you got some apps, that do all the work for you, so you don't have to remember anything. Um, they would say you will face a challenge. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Challenge could be anything, right?
Very good.
Thank you very much. Now I can do sexy walk and be taken seriously.
Oh,
I have
good.
an appointment with Marie Diamond.
The one
She's a
black
Belgian
guy is
feng shui
skateboarding
master
in the
who is going to
compound.
teach me which direction to face.
Was that the one black guy that was skateboarding? The one black kid that was skateboarding in the compound? Where's? Wait a minute.
Now I can do sexy walk and be taken seriously.
Oh, good.
Was that a grown man or was that a kid? And was that the only black person in there roller skating? Interesting.
I have an appointment with Marie Diamond. She's a Belgian feng shui master who is going to teach me which direction to face at all times.
Get yourself a bubbling fountain and put it in the west of your office or the west of your living room. We have students online in 190 countries. Some of my celebrity clients are like Jodie Foster.
Now, this is
Celebrity
1 or 2
clients.
steps under astrology. It's a little bit different here. Yeah, this is under. Yeah, exactly. Holy fuck.
Steven Spielberg, Big Sean. So I have a free app. It's called Marie Diamond. And we're going to check out your energy number and then see what you need to do in your home to activate your energy. In order to...
I can guarantee you that nobody ever takes that and has a max level energy number. Because if they did, it wouldn't necessitate her involvement in their life.
do that,
Mm.
I need to get
Got to
your
continue the hustle.
date. So if you can fill that in.
Date, yeah, confirm.
You confirm, and
The reason why it's a free app is she probably...
He was the only person wearing a mask. He was outside. Yeah, that was pretty weird, right? It just the one random black dude wearing a mask and roller skating. You know, what kind of drugs are he on? I don't see nobody else out there roller skating and wearing a mask. I don't know. Depends on how hot it is out there too. You know, I don't want to jump the gun to assume anything, but roller skating with a mask outside, sweating by the pool. Sounds like to me.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, one quarter of $1. We passed the law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others. A law that says you're caught with that, you go to jail.
I don't know. It might be a crack move. I don't know. Tricorder reading says douchebag. See, if a guy made that, you know, and he would set it up like that, yes, it would be so simple. It would be no long explanation.
Has partners that she sells the data to, just like a bunch of other places do. I have a rule, and I think you guys should follow this as well. If somebody asks you for your phone number to sign up for something, you're not interested. Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's free. All you have to do is sign up with your phone number. Oh, okay, so it costs my phone number. Got it. Yes, understand now. Think about it like that, guys.
Gender, female. You calculate. So it's spinning. Your number 8.
Is that good?
Yes.
Out of 20.
It's very good. So it actually means you are a connector.
That's a perfect place to be then, is A-Fest.
It is. And so you're...
Wait, so bro, I feel like this version of like fucking like this psychic shit, I feel like, I mean, if you're bro, like have psychics gotten so lazy that they
That's
just
like you
start
said,
doing
Mo.
it on a smartphone?
That's just like you said, Mo. It would be very it wouldn't go into that much detail. All it said was she's a connector, you know, and the rest is up for interpretation. That's the game. And then just like what he stated, that's a whole another level of hustle, because she's offering a free app. You put in your information and you get, you know, some feedback. It may make sense today, it may not make sense, you know, yesterday. You may find out later. But like he was saying, she may be selling that person's data to another company. That's the whole other side of making money off of data. It's not just, you know, Facebook and, you know, Twitter. It's not just social media selling data now. It's probably been for a while, you know, big companies that have access to it. Every time you sign up for something, every diners club card, you know, every time you go make the purchase, all that information is sold somewhere. It's scary, you know, all for the sake of validation, you know, in this case.
I feel like having an app for being a psychic is like it's kind of lazy, man. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Yeah, it's lazy.
Success direction in your home is actually southwest.
Okay.
And so, yeah. So over there in that corner,
Oh,
so
I
anything
see.
that is there needs to represent success. So you have a garbage bin there. Literally, you're throwing all your success in the garbage.
What's programmed in it in order to kind of get those?
But there's a calculation based on your birthday, and then based on that calculation,
I wonder if that calculation is just a random number generator. You know, there's like 3 or 4 random number generators that are built on top of each other. And it's like, okay, there we go.
Know what are the right energies for you.
And I guarantee, by the way, I guarantee if you called the woman out on that, and it was found out that directly, yes, it was 100% a random number generator, she would go and say like, oh yeah, but like their energy is what influences the number generator to generate the numbers that they want to see. Yeah, there'd always be some sort of fucking like it's like psychics. And this is the same thing with like people that are like fucking super fundamentalists, like religious people. Oh, what about dinosaur bones? Oh, God put that in the earth to make us. Satan put that there to make us not love God.
With spirituality, you know, it's really interesting what I learned, because it goes into not just energy and all that, also UFOs, you know, extraterrestrials. Some people think that, you know, extraterrestrials are a type of energy and all that kind of stuff. So it's just so much involved with that. And then you're able to use your cell phone. You know, Mobic said it's not lazy. You alluded. It's the future, which brings me back to once again to AR art. Yes, boo to AR art. I saw someone stating earlier, you know, as a writer, you know, finally I'll be free of, you know, overcharging artists and all that stuff. It's like I start hearing stuff like that, no affiliation. I'm sorry, you know, if you want to use AR art, cool, you know, more power to you. I'm just not. And if that's your outlet, like I swear, if somebody comes to me and say, "Hey, um, you know, I need you to fix this up. You want a commission?" No, no, I got the artwork. I just need you to to adjust this. You know, fix these. You know, 6 fingers and make them into 5. If somebody comes to me with that, I'm gonna ask them downright. I'm gonna be like, "Look, is that AI art?" And if they say yes, I'm not dealing with them. You know, that's the route you chose. You chose not to deal with the actual real artist. I'm not fixing the problem that you tried to get in. You know, I'm not fixing the problem that you're trying to shortcut, because you're shortcutting artists that way. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. Odin Dasky said it's a calculation, and by my calculations, I think. No, let me stop. But yeah, somebody says that, even if they said no, no, it's not AI art. I know I'm sharp enough to see and know what AI art is and to call it out for what it is. Unfortunately, because it's being, you know, mentioned and advertised so much on Twitter, you know, I see it. I can kind of tell the difference now. And plus, too, if there were no errors, no one would need any corrections. So be wary of that, artist. If someone starts asking, "Hey, can you clean up this design?" Ask them if it's AI art. I mean, if you're for that, you know, if you don't mind, you know, cleaning up AI art, someone else's artwork that the AI stole, more power to you. I'm not doing it. You know, um, I remember J-Bot was mentioning about it would be the equivalent of like having an AI to write a story. So like I got Grammarly, and Grammarly still does not is not able to storytell in a way. It can proofread and make spell corrections, but it's not on the level of like what AI art is doing. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't equate, me personally, I wouldn't equate Grammarly to it. But if there is like a type of if there is like a type of AI that could write a story, I don't know, man. I don't know. I might that might save me some trouble. So, you know, everybody will be an island unto themselves and shit. So it'll be pretty interesting how that goes. There won't even, and really it almost won't even be peers anymore. It'll just be all, hey, um, you know, I made my whole book, you know, start to finish with AI. You know, AI writer, AI art, you know, AI editor, you know. And then for everybody that hates subscriptions, I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna go use the restroom. But for everybody that hates subscription services, I've seen in the App Store where there's additional purchases within the AI. For now, it may be one-time payment, but just you let time elapse. They're going to start charging subscription services for AR art as well, especially if you want the upgraded features. The features that make the picture look perfect without any errors. Yeah. You'll be paying up for that. More power to you though. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, it doesn't like you're never going to win. See, I'll give you guys a little bit of advice. You cannot reason a person out of a position that they did not reason themselves into. You're never, ever, ever going to convince them they're wrong. God works in mysterious ways, brother. True.
With a good session on body language, which I feel is like quite a tangible thing to kind of can't get my head around. But there are some things at A-Fest which aren't so tangible, like potentially the energy app, which I can't quite get my head around. It's interesting to see these two sitting as neighbours on the schedule at A-Fest.
What?
The sun is now setting over the Kingdom of Jordan, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for the Bedouin tribe-themed party.
This is a bit awkward. There are a lot of guys with headdresses on that actually shouldn't be wearing headdresses, and women actually. And that camel looks like it's had a huge dose of chestnut.
Bro, like, yeah, they had that camel eat up some weed to get him to just sit there and chill. Yeah, it's offensive. No, I feel like people that want to wear this stuff, like the like local stuff or anything like that, it's only offensive to me if it's being used in a way that is derogatory.
Was
If
that a
it's just
gypsy?
stupid asshole using it.
Oh shoot. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know if I can say that. I forgot. I can't remember. Is gypsy still offensive? Let me know. Then I'll retract my
I
statement.
don't really think that's a big deal. But like, I think it's very clear whenever somebody's like with the intention of mocking it or making it look stupid. I don't think it's offensive. The only thing that's offensive is the fact that this thing exists.
So talk me through your outfit.
I painted mine with Bedouin.
Yeah.
And it's just about being a nomad.
Do you
Cosplaying. They out there cosplaying now. They done went from spirituality to meditation to cosplaying. $4,000. That's an expensive ass cosplay event. I think it costs about $4,000 to get a table at New York Comic Con, right? Let me see. Mo Big said, until they come up with a better name than Traveler, I still use Gypsy. Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen, she referred to she referred to Scarlet Witch as a gypsy too. So, funk it. I think it's funniest and least offensive when worn derogatory. Yeah, it's crazy, man. These people are
I
crazy.
think some people could find it a little problematic.
What the hell?
It's problematic for white people that think too much about these things. But I think people just have a lot of guilt, and that's why they're sensitive.
All right, now this has turned into a fucking identity crisis. These people don't even know what they want to be. Now, there goes the past lives game, which I'm familiar with. And the tough part about that is, from what I've heard with the past lives, could be, who knows, I mean, I got one memory of before I was born. Am I probably crazy? Probably. But with the past lives game, people that have said, hey, I was this in this past life, I find it very convenient that if you're able to recollect a past life, and this is just me using logic, that if you lived a past life and you were a particular person with a particular set of skills, how is it you cannot conjure those skills back up now to this day? And if you live multiple past lives, you should be a whole complete person with skill sets all across the board. Or what is it? What's the excuse? That's too much for your brain in your current state to handle? Nah, come on, man. Come on. Mm-mm. No. If I was a mechanic in my past life, I should know how to put, an engine into a vehicle. If I was a fighter pilot in the past life, I should know how to fly a goddamn fighter jet. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the kind of thing that I think is convenient, and it allows the vagueness to exist without any justification. Sure, if there are descriptive things where you were able to observe and see things, maybe I'll give that a little more validity compared to someone say, "Oh, I was black in my previous life." You got any proof? I mean, you got any relatable? Is how the way you act today reflective of how you understood what you went through in your previous past life? You know what I'm saying? Or are you just throwing it out there just to say it? Those are the kind of things that I think about as far as logic. So the past life hustle, I think, is a trip. Um, Odin said, I gotta take off later, fellas. All right, Odin, thanks for stopping by. I know this is crazy town we talking about. This is where we're at, though.
Is
that part of my A?
All right. All right. We've got at least one W in here. Yep. So fucking true. Yeah. All right. We like this guy. Maybe we should go here.
Be less sensitive.
Your experience is up to you.
It's one W in here. Yep. So fuck
about these things, but I think people just have a lot of guilt, and that's why they're sensitive about things like that.
Oh yeah, the guilt.
All right. All right. We've got at least one W in here. Yep. So fucking true. Yeah. All right. We like this guy. Maybe we should go here.
Be less sensitive.
Your experience is up to you.
My own experience has not yet yielded any proper connections. Meanwhile,
my the young dudes
is off making profound connections.
Is there any grooming going on there?
Again.
Wow, look at that. It's another girl. I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Everyone, you made so many friends.
Yes. And you
No. I have loads.
Yep. Drowning in them.
She getting her wine on.
Over the last couple of days, with the help of the authors and attendees, I've done my best to become one of the Mind Valley tribe.
All right.
As I wash away my sins in the Dead Sea Awakening ritual,
Time to
I
lay in the
I
mud.
may have been too cynical. I have made friends. I have made connections. Am I finally becoming a, dare I say it, change maker?
How's your healing going?
My healing is going good.
Good. Thank you for creating guys.
Thank you for creating me in your dream.
I wonder if I'm healing.
Maybe I am.
Bro, they're all in the same water together?
With mud.
No, I mean, like, that water is, I mean, that's
mud on the face.
Oh, man, like, it's like a pool. I know it's in the ocean, but, like, they're pretty close to each other. I don't know, like, see, in my mind, everybody else is dirty except me. Like, I'm not dirty at all. But other people are dirty, so I don't want them touching me, getting around me, getting close to me, because they're going to get me dirty.
You gonna get me dirty.
But I'm not.
Before I go to the closing party and fly home to my new positive life, I have an opportunity to sit down with the Wizard of Oz himself for a final check-in. Vision has been so busy during the festival that he hasn't been able to see all the changes I've made.
His name is Vision.
I have to be at the closing, so we have 25 minutes.
So I've met
That's why he's so successful. He's an Avenger. Vision.
so many amazing people, and a lot of them are so desperate to get a piece of you and like get a photo with you. You seem to be like a kind of self-improvement guru. And I just want to know what your journey was of self-improvement.
Well, firstly, I don't like that word, guru. And out of 400 people over here, only 20 have asked me for a picture. So it's not true that everyone wants to get a picture with me.
Rebuttal.
And it is absolutely not true that everybody wants a piece of me. But what I create is a container where people want a piece of each other.
A container.
Wellness, you kind of no one wants to talk about like the money or the business side of things, and I feel like here those two worlds kind of come together.
People think self-improvement is just about being healthy or being happy. It's not. Self-improvement is the secret to making money. Money should motivate us because money is a measure of the value that you're contributing to the world, right? But money shouldn't be
That's
the...
not really true, though, right? I mean, like, you've got plenty of people that make a lot of money, and the contribution is I mean, you know, some of them, they do make a contribution. It's important. Other ones don't really. I mean, like, I don't think this is necessarily true. I think that you could make a general argument that people that make a lot of money could, you know, like make the world a better place, like doctors and shit like this. But I don't really think it. I think it's just, it's so gray that you shouldn't even make a rule like this.
Only motivator.
Why is the wellness industry so popular right now?
I think it's because we're understanding that the world, in the way it's run from the past generation, it's pretty messed up. Millions of people work to produce crap-tastic products to induce other human beings to put these products in our body at the expense of our health and the health of our
I
planet.
feel like, doesn't that like immediately counter what he said about how people make money and money motivates you because it's a reflection of how much you contribute to society? But then you're also saying that the reason why we're having problems is you're having all these guys making money for having people put bad stuff in their body. I mean, look, hey, yo, look, it is what it is, right?
So at our next event, we are completely banning all American bullshit drink.
So you hear the interesting thing with that is J-Boss said because hippies. You know, I have a and I probably don't follow this myself like I should, but I have a bullshit meter where, especially when it comes to politics, you know, I feel like laws and stuff should be very simple. If someone has to over explain for like 20 minutes as an answer to a question that I may have, you get that's basically somebody trying to fortify the hustle in my eyes. You know what I mean? You know, I'm still learning to shorten my storytelling. I get that. But when you got to go ad nauseum, I think it's too much because at that point you're talking so much that you're confusing the person. So they initially lose your first point. It's like when you're watching Netflix and you got this great season of whatever, 12 episodes, and you binge watch all 12 episodes for 12 hours. How much of the first episode are you going to remember? Honestly, how much of it are you going to remember? You just went through so much data and information and absorbed so much stuff you didn't have time to process what the fuck was going on. You know what I mean? So that's the tricky part when people start going ad nauseum about, oh, well, it's not this, but I think it's that. But it's exactly what you're doing. You know what I mean? So he's got a great hustle. His voice sounds good, great presentation. That's what captivates people. J-Bot said, modern people don't know who they are because they've never been tested or had to really suffer. So they need other people to tell them who they are and to validate them. Correct. And one of the things that I had to learn that, J-Bot, being around some people to just tell you, oh, you're great, you're good, you're fine, and all this and that. But then, hey, can you do this for me? Oh, you're a fantastic person, thanks. I need you to do this. That's when the manipulation comes in. Buttering somebody up to be manipulated. When someone doesn't know who they are, they're not confident in their being, they are subjective to manipulation. And that's where this game, this whole game leads to. And just like he's talking about banning products, he's probably looking to start selling his own beverage line now. That's the next hustle.
It's all craptastic products. We're going to war against Coca-Cola if we can. If you're talented and you work for Coca-Cola, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
You hate
Or McDonald's. No. I don't hate anyone.
Okay.
But I have a righteous anger against the system.
I don't like this guy. I think he's an asshole. He's a bit of a dick.
Okay.
And if you don't have a righteous anger, you don't create change. Mind Valley people and AFESTers are called change makers, not wellness enthusiasts. If the Buddha was alive today, the Buddha wouldn't just be meditating under a Bodhi tree. The Buddha would be an activist. The Buddha would be the CEO of a company creating change. The Buddha would be a badass. It's about bliss, but it's also about the fists.
Damn. That's some
funny thing
hardcore
about
shit.
this guy is that there's actually an element. I can see why he's successful and why people like him. You know, he's got a great image. The way he talks, like his voice is great. He sounds extremely confident. I can easily see why people go to his fucking cult for 3 days. Yeah, he's got great charisma. It's not the same type of charisma that other people have, but I think that there's a certain part of likability the way that he behaves has.
Buddha would be a badass. It's about bliss, but it's also about the fists.
It's also about
why
the
don't you just
fist.
tell me you were here? No, tell me. Don't make me guess. No. You can see I'm not checking my phone. Come tap me on the shoulder. We can always do a retake, but just keep me informed. Okay, thanks, B. But future, just remember that tip, okay?
Everything is good and we can be there in 10
Sure.
minutes.
So just remember the tip, communicate. Thanks.
Dang. That dude, you could tell he kind of
He's
cutthroat.
like super assertive. He's like an asshole, but he's like the best thing about this guy is that he's such an asshole, but at the exact same time, there's like an element of he's not enough of an asshole to be dislikable, but he is enough of an asshole for everybody to acknowledge and be like slightly uncomfortable whenever he acts that way.
That's control.
There's like an unsettling nature about it.
Mm-hmm. Yin and yang, straight up.
Of all the people I've spoken
Definitely passes the cult leader vibe check. Yeah, he does.
to at A-Fest, that was the neggiest energy, and that's the leader. Sorry, not leader. Owner of my value. I don't even know what words to use anymore. I feel like I've been corrected of most things. I feel like
Yeah, and the thing is also you got to keep in mind, like, yeah, I think I find the guy interesting, but like most people just don't like him probably. Like absolutely, I can guarantee you because like most people don't like me. So it's like if I can see a guy, it's like, oh, this guy's interesting. Okay, yeah, he's a real asshole. All right, let's hear more of what he's got to say. Like, yeah, I can guarantee you, most people are gonna fucking dislike this guy. Absolutely. Very dislikable.
Switches on his like nicey, and then as soon as the camera stopped, he just didn't even look me in the eye, and just went, oh.
Yeah, so he's a showman.
But I've actually met some really amazing people here, and everyone has such a refreshing, positive outlook on life, and he created it, so I can't fault him for that.
He's a
It's time
showman.
for the final party. I have to put everything I've learned into practice.
You are the one who is going to put your...
If there was anybody with any significant level of testosterone in there, it's him. But he hides it. He hides it in a very passive way until he needs to show it. And that is, in a way, a trait of a leader. You know, in this case, a cult leader. You know, he's got so many people involved in what he's doing. He's traveling a lot. So that's the first time I ever seen that dude kind of, you know, snap back, clap back like that in that conversation. And it came to dealing with women. So I don't know if he does that to men as well, if he treats men differently, you know what I'm saying? But in an environment that's dominated by women, you know, he's still got that assertiveness there. So probably an upbringing thing, something that has helped him be successful where he's at now. Um, how come she didn't show us any of the amazing people she met? All we got to see were the goofs. Exactly, the goofs were the amazing people she met. Apparently, it's I don't think it was worth $4,000.
You have a playful spirit. I am the power of the universe within me and around me. You're the star. You are the one. You are the power.
Fucking bald-headed ultimate warrior over here.
And I think that, by the way, that is what it's all about for a lot of these people. I don't know how many people I've met that are successful or have like some level of success or you know, influence or something similar to that, who live constantly to validate the existence of it. They are constantly looking for validation that it's right for them to have what they have and they deserve what they, it's imposter syndrome. Well, it is. I think that's probably a good way to say it. And remember who you are, son, but yeah, they've done evil shit to get there. Most people have probably not done evil shit to get there. They just feel like, because it is true, right?
I'd say
like,
knowingly.
Yeah, you can work hard but like there are times that, like, obviously, like, you will get opportunities and you see, and you can, a lot of people can recognize whenever they got an opportunity or something beneficial happened for them, and they think that because of that, then they don't deserve anything that they have because this thing just happened to happen for them. Now, my outlook on this is always that nobody deserves anything, and you only can have what you can protect, and you only own what you can protect, and that's it. And if you can't protect it and somebody can take it away from you, it's not really yours, is it?
Damn.
So that's always been my. I've had a very, very bleak outlook on this, and I think that the idea of deserving things is just ridiculous because I don't believe in any sort of like a higher ordering force.
You're a positive person at AFED.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Uh-oh, freaky night. There you go. Freaky night. See, there you go. Body positivity.
I just hope that a lot of people that always think
Cosplaying,
that if you have a
dress
lot of
up.
money, all of your problems are going to go away.
No, hell no.
These people are all probably at least making a 6-figure salary, or at least like a very high 5-figure salary. And they are so discontent with their life that they are going to these self-help retreats on the other side of the world to help them come to terms with the fact that they're not happy. That's what I think. They deserve
Yeah, it's
to be
pretty scary.
discontent. No, you're just mad that they have money and you don't.
Last party night. You know, look at all this dressing up stuff. It's like a rave party for the spiritual.
Okay, so let me get Marie's app out and find out.
You know, party raves and all that kind of stuff, you figure it for the young folks, but you got folks with gray beards and they out there, you know, dressing up. Was this reenactment of a colonial rave? I don't get it. I thought these people were spiritual. I'm confused, you know, to ascertain the understanding of dressing up as all these people that, you know, they're not really, you know, they don't dress up like that in their regular life. Most of them probably have to put on a suit and tie, dress, and all this weird stuff. You know, how is that a part of spirituality? I don't get that.
Which way is going to best serve me out and find out.
Look at this dude. The king,
There he
King
is.
Richard, living his best life
All right.
at the salad bar, at the vegan bar.
Which way is going to best
Once you're a
serve
king,
me.
yep.
That way.
What the hell? This is
what do you
what
think of my
spirituality
walk?
has
When I-
become.
Your walk, oh my goodness, girl, you own the room. When you walked into the room, the men all paused. I want you to practice.
Bro, they'd have done that anyway because every guy does that anytime a girl walks into
Oh.
a room at any party I've ever been to.
Oh man.
You don't need to walk in a special way.
Oh.
Guys are still going to stare at you if you're hot.
Yeah. If you're
It
hot, I'll
doesn't
look.
matter.
I ain't
Okay.
ashamed. Shit.
Just becoming like sexy liquid.
What the fuck?
Who's this?
That's some freaky shit right there.
Robbie smiles. He represents love and happiness. So every person
See,
that hugs him,
that's
will
some
connect with
weird
all this
shit right
positive
there.
energy and love, and you will feel his heart beating.
That's
So tell
some
me
weird
why you're
shit.
here.
That right there. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is my opinion. You walking around with like a little toy to inspire you, you know, like a little teddy bear or whatever. You're a grown man. You look like you trying to attract some kids. That's all I'm saying. That's what that looked like. And again, They keep saying Roman don't exist. You walking around with like your version of Teddy Ruxpin. You probably got a maid patting it off for yourself. That looks suspicious. I ain't got no damn teddy bears in my damn place. I'm 40 years old. Even when I was 20 years old, I put that shit down. I had no reason to have it, on my person, let alone take it to an adult party that has something to do with spirituality. I don't know what's going on with there, but that looks suspicious. I'm just saying, in that kind of environment, you know, anything goes according to them. So I'm just saying.
I put a little heart.
Yes. Super hard.
A-Fest has been a trip. Am I more positive now? Probably not.
Do I wish
Will
I was
be a
there?
changemaker?
Hell to the
Again,
no.
probably not. But did I make some good friends along the way? Absolutely. Apart from
Was
this
she dressed up like
traitor.
the Virgin
But did I
Mary?
make some good friends along the way?
No, never mind.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's going
Apart
on.
from this
I
traitor.
was about to say.
And these are friends who seem genuinely happy, with a go-getter worldview that I could only dream of. A-Fest is part of a new wave of transformational festivals where partying needs to have some sort of spiritual development packaged in. Whether these epiphanies will extend past the hangover is yet to be seen. It's definitely not for everyone and features some questionable wellness beliefs, but everyone finds inspiration in different ways. And if you've got a spare $3,000 and a decent collection of fedoras, this might be the event for you.
Oh, she's talking about BronyCon. This is really good. Honestly.
Is that him playing? Vision? No, that looks like somebody else. So yeah,
Okay.
that it's
So-
kind of odd. That's when it comes to that, I don't have no idea what's going on with some of this stuff that people allow. Um, Eric Grant, hell, my friend, welcome. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap up the stream, but before I do, I'll give you a quick update because I've been messing around with this a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Like I said, when you start giving people so much leeway to believe whatever they want, and they can, but just don't start like letting them, do whatever they want to whoever they want, because that's when shit gets weird. And I'm not a fan of that. To go from, hey, do you feel down? It's almost like an infomercial. Do you feel down? You're looking at the TV? Yes. Do you wish you made more money, or found more self worth as opposed to the money that you're making? Yes. It kind of pulls you in like Leonardo DiCaprio when he was watching the infomercial on, what was that, Wolf of Wall Street. That kind of thing leads all the way to that, I don't know, man. That's why I feel like you have to have some kind of morals and a bit of a foundation, so that way you don't find yourself susceptible to the influence of others. Because at that point, you're no longer living your own life. You're being manipulated by others to repeat and regurgitate the same thing, and thus you got a cult. So that was the point of most of this stream that I wanted to stress, because from my own personal experience, I try to learn from people. But if some stuff sounds shady as hell, I'm out. So yes, this is I managed to do a little bit of coloring. This is one of my character sheets I'm working on. John Fairchild of VKP, which is my comic book in development. He is a business tycoon, the son of an even bigger business tycoon, the CEO of Convect Corps, which is a organization that deals with biological weapons, medical supplies, and new groundbreaking technology, nano, and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes occasional human experimentation. His father went missing 5 years before 2029. And in the year 2029, in the comic book VKP, Virgin Kill Paradox, he was named the new CEO. And he has some interesting tricks up his sleeve. He is a bulky guy. He is an arrogant guy. Um, kind of mirror reflection of his father in a way. And this is displayed in his actions on how he carries himself. He is one of the founding members of the elite class that run the combat corps that later become the future government. So I also managed to do some facial expressions, kind of working on, similarities and things like that, which, yeah, I feel like I came close enough. It was some good practice. And then next I'll be including his character traits. So that's gonna take time, but I'll keep streaming my art stuff on Twitch. That's where the fun is. Instead of me having to pay $4,000 to go to some, self-help guru private party, I can do it on Twitch. That's my Las Vegas of streaming. So you can find me there. I'll be working on it. Next up, since I got the shading done, I'm gonna go ahead and color this guy up, and then do the type out of his personality traits, his past, his present, his significance in the comic book that I'm creating. So that's the update I got with that. See him, yeah, he's a threat. He's gonna be a threat, and yeah, he's a bad guy. You know, maybe deemed a classic bad guy, um, or a bit of an unorthodox one as his story progresses. So that's what I got, ladies and gents. I'm about to get the hell out of here. I got to take care of some business before I come back and do some streaming on Twitch. And I'll see if JBot is, if he's got a full pounder tonight, then I'll continue my Twitch stream throughout the night. But if he has some space for me, sends me an invite, I'll stop my Twitch stream early and prepare to maybe pop up on his. So that's how we do it in CG. Some things I don't agree with in CG. People got different opinion or whatnot. I can respect that. Do what works for you. Just like anything, I take everyone's advice into consideration. If it works for me, let's make it happen. If it doesn't, hey, trial and error, try something else new. So once again, I'm out of here. I'd like to thank everybody that stopped by. J-Bot Art, Mo Biggs, General Piggy, I think he at least shared it. Odin Dasco, 80s Mate, Eric Grant, thank you for stopping by, sir. Believe that's everybody. I didn't see Ray today. He's probably busy. Shout out to Anthony Savoy. Thank you for stopping by as well and watching this madness. But yeah, this is just a little bit of world that I wanted to share with you of how my thought process goes when it comes to considering things, and when it comes to cults, speaking of which, tomorrow's the winter solstice, December 21st. So you never know who may be part of a special group that you're not aware of. So watch them. Just be careful out there. People are crazy in this day and age. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about that. I was about to do a rant, but that's what I'm gonna say about that. And I'm out of here. We all remember to keep it omni, keep your head in a swivel. God bless America because we really, really, really do need it. And I am out of here, y'all. Peace out.
you have an electric vehicle, then you're also going to be able to save on gas, but you got to be able to afford it.
Or any menstruating person in this country cannot make decisions over their own body.
Even limit their ability to get gender affirmation treatment in their state.
It is now my distinct honor to introduce the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, John Roberts, to administer the presidential oath to the next President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden.
The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot, I got hairy legs. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. You've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
Great again. God bless you. I love you.